Here are the top 30 Minecraft build hacks that are about to blow your mind. Let's start. If you walk towards an enchanting table, the book opens. Place some enchanting tables under a walkway so that when you walk towards your build, you get to see this cool-looking interaction. We can place candles over a composter and fill it to give it a look like there's molten wax that's been dripping all around the candle. You can replace the fence around your build with lecterns. They add more depth to your build and give a royal look. We can make a cool-looking chandelier using the amethyst clusters. Just place them along a grass block and enjoy the look. Place a lectern down and surround it with slabs. Add a lantern to make a cool-looking roof light. This is a glow lichen. It gives a broken-looking effect when you put it over a glass. You can use this to give a build an old and destroyed kind of look by including this broken glass. Here's something cool you can do with a furnace. Using it like this makes it look like some kind of a drain. Now your city is safe from flooding because it has a well-designed drainage system. Just kidding. By placing a few trap doors together like this, you can make an open window for your build. Here's a few other combinations made using different kinds of trapdoors. Making a snowy path? Replace the grass blocks with calcite. This looks more realistic and makes it feel like there's freshly fallen snow on the path too. If you put a librarian underneath, his hat will still be visible, which looks like a book. When seen from this perspective, it makes it look like these books fell off the nearby shelves. We can place a brown banner and a stone cutter like this to make it look like it's cutting a plank. This fits perfect for a wooden factory look. Replace the grass block with a few lines of moss block. This gives a more authentic look to your open grounds or stadiums. Here's a shulker box. If you flip it, you'll find this cool design. This could be used for the flooring of your builds. Just place all the shulker boxes upside down. By replacing a few smooth stone blocks with blocks of iron, you can create a fake lighting effect. This looks as if the light is coming from the open roof above it. You can place something in the middle too. Want to make big pots? Simple. Place a terracotta block and an item frame over it. Now just place a bush, and this looks very similar to the small pot. You can make a cool-looking juice dispenser like this, and also add a block of ore to show the fallen droplets on the floor. Here are a few other flavors. Using lodestone blocks in front of a furnace helps suggest that it's been getting dirty from heavy use over time. Stacking up signboards in this manner is a good way to make what looks like a rope ladder. It looks more attractive in comparison to the normal ladder. Here's a lectern. Let's check out a few build hacks using this. If we place a few lecterns underneath and cover them with carpets, some portion of the lectern pops out, which makes a pretty good-looking parking barrier. By placing lecterns on both the right and left sides of a block, you can make an interesting-looking walkway like this. The polished basalt has a similar texture to that of an oak log. You can replace the wood with the polished basalt to make it look like it's burnt. You may wonder how it is that the leaves are still green. Let's fix that. Happy now? Rather than just keeping your walls plain, you can use blocks like the jukebox, which gives a good wallpaper kind of look. Here are a few other combinations. Jukebox, pumpkin, melon, honeycomb block, warped hyphae, gilded blackstone, and crimson hyphae. You can use composters to make a cool-looking carpet. Just fill up all of the composters, and your carpet is ready. You can use a cartography table alongside dark oak planks to create an awesome pattern. This gives more texture to your builds. Here's a cool way to make an AC exhaust. You can add this outside your modern builds to make them more attractive. Here's a couple build hacks that you can do with a loom. You can use them for making a smoke vent like this, and you can place looms like this to make an escalator. Use wool and a button to make a paper roll like this. This gives more detail to your builds. Hide the item frame to make it look even better. Here's a high IQ build hack. Whenever you hide anything underground, don't use chests. Instead, use barrels. This is because if anyone uses the X-ray glitch, they can easily find your hidden chests, whereas with barrels, they remain completely hidden. Here's a clever way that you can make a mirror in your room. Just make 2 identical rooms and place all the objects in the opposite direction so that it looks like a mirror image. That's our mirror. Using the trident and a pot, you can make a mop. Place one somewhere in the corner of your builds to give them that extra touch of realism. The composter acts as a transparent block. That means it doesn't block light. As you can see, replacing the block with a composter allows all the light to enter inside. So if you're making a huge build, you can use composters like this as a way to keep it bright. The backside of a smoker looks just like an old ladder. Stack a few of these on top of each other, and it ends up looking like this. If you have an iron door in a build and use a button to open it, you can hide the button behind a banner. Only you will know about this, while your friends will be confused, wondering where the heck the button is. Another use for barrels is to make reinforced doors for your builds. These look super strong and sturdy. You can basically use it wherever you want extra security for the builds. Rather than placing a viewable light source, you can place a light block beneath and cover it with a moss carpet. This camouflages with the ground and gives you a nice ambient lighting. The texture inside a semi-filled composter is the same texture as podzol. You can put this around the composter to suggest that it's leaking or that a mob dropped some of its food while eating. Here are a few builds you can make using the hanging sign. You can make a comfortable sitting bench by using a few trapdoors along with it. This can be used as a fence for your builds too. If you mix a few skulk catalyst blocks in between the skulk blocks, you can see it glowing differently in the dark. This can be used to write a hidden message. If you can see the hidden message, let me know what it is in the comments. Hit the like button if you want a part 2 of the video.